Vietnamese people all over the world. They commemorate the 50th anniversary of the fall of Saigon, the end of a divided Vietnam, and also its war against the United States. And I was able to get three perspectives from a former refugee, a first-generation Vietnamese American, and also a tourist to Vietnam.
When you want to escape the country, especially during that time, you are taking a risk, right? Either you're going to find freedom together or you're going to find death together.
1982. Len Tran remembers his dad taking him on a small fishing boat with 23 other people, without his mom, his siblings, or any of his belongings. From Vietnam, they set out to find freedom, braving the South China Sea.
It was extremely hard also being 21 days floating in the middle of the ocean, going nowhere.
Len visited Lancaster Wednesday to share those harrowing days lost at sea and their remarkable rescue.
We thought, you know what, just let Mother Nature just take us, you know, we have to drown, we have to die, let it be, because we were just so exhausted until someone actually saw a ship coming.
It's 50 years of history of trying to understand who you are and the history of what has gone on in this country that represents who I am as a Vietnamese American. I'm grateful that you're here.
Brian Nguyen, a first-generation queer Vietnamese American, has a deep commitment to amplify underrepresented voices.
I've always struggled with this identity crisis of balancing, am I too Vietnamese enough? Am I too American enough?
Through the Community Foundation's Baldwin program, Brian was given a unique opportunity to travel to Vietnam to understand his roots.
The end goal of this project was to really understand what it means to be Vietnamese, and ultimately to grieve and to say goodbye to my Banoi, or my grandmother, who inspired this whole project. Because of her, I'm able to speak the language, cook a lot of things, celebrate the holidays. I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. So because of her, I still keep some of the traditions.
Travel is a wonderful thing if we have the opportunity.
Traditions that Daryl Snyder appreciates.
I sat in a boat much like this, and where the reeds are closing in on you.
He says hearing stories from a Vietnamese refugee and a Vietnamese American is eye-opening.
If we can't be open-minded and receptive of other cultures, we can't expect that from other people as well.
See the world through my lens in the safety of being in Lancaster.
I'm doing this because of my children. Because I want them to understand us as an immigrant, we sacrifice our lives to come here to build a better life. And I don't want my kids or the future generation to take life for granted.
So you're probably wondering what happened to Len after that fishing boat. Well, they were rescued by a Chinese ship owned by the British government at the time. They then stayed in refugee camps in the Hong Kong and Philippines before arriving to New York City. And did Len ever reunite with his mom and siblings? He tells me those stories are in his book called Split Up by the Sea, but absolutely fascinating.
What an immigration story.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Incredible story.
Absolutely
Thank you
incredible.
very much.
Thank you.